Hello, welcome to the Princess Talks. Nice to see you here once again. This week's episode is rather, shall we say, personal. This is not a joking matter, so there'll be no jokes. Without further ado, let's get right to it. This week's episode, as I've promised, is titled Dear Black Man. I wish I could sit here and talk to you without having to refer to my notes, but, well, I'm just not that gifted. So, you will forgive me with these notes in my hands. Now, as I said before, here's the topic. Dear Black Men. Dear Black Men, the overwhelming majority of children are not conceived by you through artificial insemination, the sperm bank, or immaculate conception. Therefore, you have a fiduciary duty and responsibility to your children, to all the children you've created, especially to your sons. Yes, your daughters need you too, but this is a highly patriarchal society. Therefore, we will talk about boys for the sake of this argument. Now, boys need real men to show them how to become men themselves. Like I said, your daughters need you too. Girls need to know how women should be treated by men and how they should treat men respectfully. Dear Black Men, your sons need to know how to grow into respectful gentlemen, starting by treating themselves with the utmost respect, and by treating all the women in their lives with the same, including the women with which they're all having sex with. Yes, I know, for some young black men, they refer to women as bitches and hoes. Well, buddy, let's get something straight. If you're this smart, you wouldn't be sleeping with bitches and hoes. I know. Yeah, but they want me. Maybe so, but guess what? You're fathering children that do not know who their fathers are. Boys, black boys, should know that when they sleep with a young girl, or with a woman for that matter, young or old, without using contraceptive, there's a great chance of this woman becoming pregnant and or having some sort of a STD. But that's not the issue right now. STD is important, but we're focusing on young people having kids who should not be having kids, and thus perpetuate the vicious cycle. You know, single black mothers raising children. But not just single black mothers raising kids fathered by black men. We're talking about all women. With respect to all racial and cultural background, whenever a black man impregnates a woman, it's the man's responsibility. I know these bitches trapped you. Well, guess what? You should be smarter and use contraceptive. Women can be deceitful, but the bottom line is, no matter how you look at these women, those of you who are disrespectful to women who end up being pregnant by you, the fact of the matter is the child is part yours. So it's 50-50. You both should protect yourself in the name of fairness. And I would advise black men to tell their boys, their black sons, that with regards to women of all racial and cultural background, when you father a child, it's the child who pays, not you. Well, you do too, but this child, this is who society sees. One more black or mixed race, half black child without a father. Most importantly, black men, you need to remind your sons the importance of an education. An education is no guarantee to a better future, but it's a better guarantee than if you have nothing at all. At the best of time, many black people are faced with all sorts of unfairness and injustice. I need not go into any of them, because I'm sure many of you who are black have experienced it at some point or another in your life. Yes? Okay, it could be pretty disgusting, basic, or very subtle, but sometimes we know, but we choose to ignore it, which is a good thing. Remind your sons, black men, that they need to be productive men. They need to grow into a productive member of our society. Without an education, you're doomed to a life of, shall we say, menial jobs. Your social standing is, well, it's something. It's nothing to write about. An education doesn't make you superior to others who do not have an education, but it helps. Even if it's just a little bit, it does help. Many black kids are disillusioned, especially black boys. They're disillusioned by our system, our society, and who can blame them? People can be mean-spirited. Injustice is, well, it's there every day. However, at times, you don't make it easy for yourselves. You are rude, crude, and, well, frankly, disgusting. As I've stated before, this society can be cruel, but at times, if you were a little smarter, you wouldn't be in trouble. You would walk away, or you'd handle the situation differently. Yes, you would. Dear black men, it is important for you to teach your black men, your young black boys, your sons, to be better men, especially to be better fathers. Many of you yourselves probably did not have a father figure in your life, which is unfortunate. This is why you should teach your young black boys to become better men. Teach them, show them how to grow into great adults, that is. Dear black men, even if you're a lifer on death row at Sing Sing or the Don Jail, wherever, many of you did not know the love of a father. And that's a shame. I care not what any psychiatrist or psychologist or therapist say. You need your father. Many black women are quick to say boys don't need their fathers. They're their mothers and fathers in one. No, you're not, black ladies. You are not a man. A boy needs a man to teach him how to become a good man. Black men need to be there to teach their sons many things, many things. I cannot sit here and tell you all the things. I will quickly say this. Like it or not, there are differences among the races. A black boy can look at a black woman or a black girl and smile, and if she's a sassy black woman, she'll probably say, "Get lost," or "Go away," or "You can't have this," and that's the end of it. With other races at times, guess what? It seems as sexual harassment. Yes. No, we're not talking someone who's following you up the street and sweetness, lovely. No, we're talking smile. Yes, and we're not talking on a dark night in a corner. We're talking simply walking on the street. Black men have been, well, charged with harassment. Yes, some black men do harass women. But if we were to charge each man that smiles with us, I wonder what kind of a world this would be. Men, in general, nowadays can hardly smile at a woman. He's charged with sexual harassment. Sometimes we've gone a bit too far. Yes, if a man touches my ass, trust me, he will not be charged with sexual harassment. Not if I have anything to do with it. Somebody who is harassing you at work constantly, yeah, he should be charged. There's a difference. But as I digress, let's get back to black boys and how they need their fathers. Like I said, some races, if you smile too long, the smile lingers. Guess what? You're charged with harassment. There you go. You have a record. Dear black men, these are the things you need to teach your young black boys. That when a woman looks at you, or rather when you look at a woman and she turns her back, or she gives you and she looks the other way, leave her alone. She's not interested. No, the bitch doesn't want you. The bitch isn't pretending. The bitch isn't playing hard to get. Because some of you young black men, this is how you view women. When she turns her back on you, she walks away. Oh, she's pretending. No, she's not. And guess what, buddy? Even if she's pretending, it's up to her. Be smart. Walk away. Step away. Get lost. Find someone else. Yes, many black women, single black mothers have raised black boys, and they've become upstanding, absolutely wonderful human being, productive citizen, a productive member for society. That is true. But I'm going to guess that there are probably way too many black boys who have no fathers in their lives. Like I said, you have a responsibility to your son, to see them through thick and thin, to be there for them. I'm sure there are many men on death row today, black men that is, who have experienced hardship in life. But guess what? Had they had their father in their life, things may have turned out differently. I'm pretty sure. Nope, I'm not a psychologist. I did not do an empirical study, but I'm going to tell you what I've seen. People need love, regardless of your cultural or racial background. Boys need their father. We live in a very machismo society. Believe it or not, this may not be a certain country. This is North America. Yeah, it still is a man's world, but that doesn't prevent women, or it hasn't prevented women from getting as far as they can, whether it's socially, politically, or getting great education. It hasn't prevented, but some things has not been changed, or hasn't been changed, pardon me. So my advice to black men: start being better fathers to your children, especially to your sons. Many boys who are in trouble today, if they had a father figure, someone that they can emulate, someone that they can look up to, someone who's taught them right from wrong, they wouldn't be where they are today. They need validation, and so they seek it elsewhere, from people who, well, are up to no good. Now, in closing, I'd like to take this opportunity to say to all the black men out there who are great fathers to your children, whether your child is with a white woman, an Asian woman, a Latina woman, or First Nations woman, bless you. Boys need their fathers. Children need their parents. Whether your parents are divorced, whether you're from a broken home, what people call broken home, it matters not. Once your child sees you as a positive force, believe me, it'll make a difference. Yes, I know some black men think black women are hard, we're wretches, we're bitches, we're tough. So are you. So are you. Many of you don't know how to compromise, but I'm not here to dog you. No. It takes two to tango. Black men, you need to think twice about sleeping with a woman without the benefit of birth control, contraceptive, because it's the children who suffer. Many black boys out there who are in custody or in jail or who are dead, if they had a positive role model from their daddy, they wouldn't be where they are. No, they wouldn't. So, in closing, black men, start being better fathers to your sons and your daughters. Until next week, this is the Princess saying, my show will be Dear Black Women for next week. Take care of yourself and your children. Au revoir.